As gardeners, we all are affected in one way or another at some particular time in our gardening career with bugs, bad bugs, eating our vegetation. Well, there's a couple of options you can follow with this. If you have an infestation of bad bugs in your garden, one, you can go and purchase a harmful chemical that's not discriminatory. That harmful chemical will kill the bugs that are causing the problem, but they also will kill and affect the beneficial insects that could be in your garden. You can also take for instance, if you have aphids, you can take a water soap mixture and spray on those particular affected areas, and that will help decrease the numbers and get everything back into check. You can also purchase or attract beneficial insects into your garden, like praying mantises or the very familiar ladybug. Those things can be bought online for a few dollars. Another option you may want to consider is leaving the infected plant in your garden alone, and I'll explain here. What we have here is three piles or three different groupings of zucchini. We've got a black beauty zucchini, yellow zucchini, black beauty zucchini. Now in this scenario, let's imagine that this particular plant is getting ate up on. There's holes and it's being really devastated. One thing you might want to do is try to identify the particular insect that's causing that problem. If you look under the leaves, you may see little bumps underneath it, and that would be the eggs of a variety of bad insect that could be causing havoc on your plant. Now, for some gardeners, they may say, okay, well, this plant obviously is not going to survive. Let's rip it up and get it out of the garden, burn it, put it in the trash, whatever the case may be. You might want to wait and think about this for a minute. If you have this plant being ate up on and these other two plants are fine, nothing's being affected, if you eradicate this particular variety or this zucchini plant from the garden, or Brussels sprout plant or cabbage or whatever the case is, the insects that are eating on this are not all living on the particular plant. They may be living on this weed, underneath that weed, underneath the mulch, maybe over there next to the tomatoes. So if you move this plant out and get rid of it, where's those other bugs going to go eating on? They're going to go to the neighboring plants of that particular species and start eradicating that plant, start eating on it, putting holes in it, laying their eggs and larvae on it. So you might want to consider just leaving the plant that's being ate on or disturbed by the bad bugs in your garden as a sacrificial lamb. Letting that plant, knowing you're not going to get anything off of it, but allowing those bad insects to just simply live there if they're not affecting anything else. That way you can at least have some other plants of that variety produce produce for you, even though you're not getting something off of this plant, but you're allowing those bugs to have a place to live and not bother anything else. Now, if all of these plants are being affected the same way, then yes, you want to maybe think of a soapy water substance, or really beef up your defense on how you want to affect or eradicate or control these. But if it's just one isolated plant among many, this might be something you want to consider.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.